I'm pretty sure in 2024 we will find tons of new best graphic games that will represent a beautiful game's visual. That's why we have seen so many games that are in progress developing it. On this video you will get a lot of information about it. At least it's good for my subscribers to anticipate the game in 2024. Please like this video, thanks. Top 10 Best High Graphic Mobile Games 2024. Best Game You Must Know and Play Game 2024. You can support this channel and send us a special thanks. SpongeBob The Cosmic. SpongeBob The Cosmic sake. Be ready on your phone to these high graphic games on mobile. Just to let you know, this game was released on PS4 and now we have the exact game on mobile that will blow our mind a lot. This is new brand of SpongeBob mobile game with an open world concept. We will find a different storyline as the movie, so it will feel so much refreshing and interesting for the first impression while playing this game. As I said, it has an open world base that allows the player to walk around and interact with another main character with a beautiful voiceover. Clean up the object by using a spin attack is allowed to do. Get a higher point to do a glitch, just like flying from the sky, and we can save our time more by doing it and reaching a further spot. The main goal is we must complete the main objective missions. While on the adventure, we must check on the pressing button by using a ground pound skill on it. To open the hidden path, do a higher jumping hanging by using the rubber hand. There is a variety of skin selections to make the appearance looks better. At the end, we will fight against the boss battle. Rolling for the dust and attacking him at the right time is a great way to complete the mission. Best High Graphic Game Adventure 2024 for Android iOS. Earth Revival. Earth Revival or Planet Reboot. This game is completely a new high graphic mobile game 2024. Even the game is now released in a certain country, but the main voiceover of each character is in English. That means it will be released on global really soon. The game is full of action even when you are just new in the game. We will get so long of prologue about the game story started. We will be playing in a high intensity combat, fighting with a huge monster. Overall, this new game has a combination of sci-fi and open world. The whole gameplay allows us to do a sandbox gameplay like crafting many buildings, creating a new weapons, tools, and searching for many kinds of material resources. The combat mechanism is really perfect. We can shoot the enemy with strong guns. Most of the enemy has a higher durability that will make us need to anticipate the distance by pressing the dodge button. I love when we can navigate the robot that increase our strength significantly. This game is the best action RPG games in 2024 for Android iOS when it's released on global. The Division Resurgence. The Division Resurgence. Finally, we have new game high graphic on mobile that has an English version at all. The voice acting, the NPC and dialogue has been confirmed with English. We just need to wait for this game to be released on global 2024, because at the moment it's just an early access. The character's creation is fixed, so we cannot modify the character's appearance. Everything has been fixed, like the hair, face, and the uniform. Good to see it has a male and female gender to be able to choose. The gameplay of the Division Resurgence is we will become an agent as the main storyline. At the beginning, we need to pick a character specialization skill like AOE, Skill Expert, Healing Expert, Defense Expert, and Weapon Expert. This skill specialty is really important when we are in combat, especially when we are surrounded by many enemies at once. We can roll to dodge, aim the target, switch the gun's weapon, and throw a grenade to a bigger range area damage. It has an open world game with a story-based driven game. We can easily know the next mission by following the main quest lane. Best High Graphic New Game 2024 for Android iOS in action RPG style. Mayaagiri. Mayaagiri. This new open world game was made by an Indian, and I really appreciated how they wanted the games known as made by the Indian creator. So they add fully Indian voiceover on every scene we have, but the whole dialogue is written in English. This is really a new experience for us on enjoying a different game's vibe. Let me tell you, the music is really eye-catching, and ambience of the city is really accurate to describe how the developers want to tell us about this country. Honestly, I totally agree with it and support them, so the game will become more competitive in the future. Mayaagiri is a new brand of open world games that is inspired by GTA games. We will become a villain that allows us to destroy any object we see by using our gun like bazooka and variety of fire rifle. I was surprised at how they made the game that is full of attention of details, especially when we destroy anything, then the random NPC around will panic and run away. This is an incredible effort. I'm pretty sure when you play it, it feels like we are the boss. We can control and get anything like the car, the gun, the money, and many more. Best high graphic games Android 2024 and iOS. Need for Speed Online Mobile. Need for Speed Online Mobile. Seriously, this game is one of the most crazy car racing games on mobile. Finally, we have the legendary NFS games on mobile that really have a PC quality graphic. This game has an open world concept, so we need to clear many main missions and submissions to get a lot of rewards. The more you clear it, that means the faster progress will be achieved. It has a real-time multiplayer game style, so we will meet so many players' car in the city, even if we can cross our car with them. Honestly, I really appreciate how the developers really want to make a realistic ragdoll physics when we hit some object, but I think they need to focus on another object. For example, when we hit the tree, then the tree is going to break and knock into a long distance, but our car will not scratch at all. It's pretty insane how possible it happened. The race mechanism is really easy to learn and the navigation is totally enjoyable. We need to press the gas button at the right timing at the start to lead the race. We need to drift to trigger the car speed and be able to unleash it into the top speed. But overall, this game will become one of the best high graphic game racing for Android iOS in 2024. Aurora, a playful journey. Aurora, a playful journey. As the game names, it will make you feel so joyful about your adventures. The game has a very beautiful green landscape with a huge open world map. We can totally explore the area in an immersive world. The whole gameplay is fully survival games. We need to keep surviving by getting any materials and resources around us. The food is really easy to obtain by looking on the bushes around or from a berry tree. This game does not have so many enemies, even if we should check every corner to find a monster. It feels like a monster hunter game because there are so many wild creatures with a huge size. Most of the enemies will so powerful if our level is still low. Better if you get your main primary weapon first before challenging the main monster. We'll start with a simple character customization on the armor color and hair color, but of course we can pick male and female gender. Aurora, a playful journey is the RPG open world game that has released the beta testing a lot, even though I cannot remember it perfectly, but this game comes with a beautiful visual action games. Somnolan Action RPG Fantasy. This is one of the best upcoming action RPG come with adventure open world. Even when we move into a new area, we will not find any loading. I remember playing this game on his first CBT and the rendering system taking time so long and it's make the game feel little laggy. On the Play Store, you can pre-register the game freely because it's still on development right now. The gameplay of Somnolan Action RPG Fantasy is, it has a dynamic combat style that comes full of special effects. We need to grind our level to upgrade our attributes points of power, vitality, intuition, and intelligence. Those aspect points is really important. Besides, you need to gear up your equipment. Try to use your special skill by fighting the dummy while in the city before you get into the beast world. Cross the monster, your sword, and skill elements that you have learned. Basically, we will learn how and what is the Somnolan world through the whole conversation and the cutscene in game. We can enjoy the immersive world in a single-player adventure action RPG game. Best upcoming RPG high graphic for Android iOS. Rainbow Six Mobile. Rainbow Six Mobile. This FPS game really has a unique gameplay at all. So this game has a mission mode. We will play as a two team of attacker or defender. When we become an attacker, then we must get and obtain the enemy's object, but as the defender, we must secure the object and don't let the attacker sabotage the door so they will not coming on us. So really need to think of the best timing on blocking the enemy's movement. I really love that the game can do some specific action skill like using a ground drone that's able to let us know the enemy positions by scanning the area, and also rappel on the wall is possible to climb up and get your safer position. Seriously, this new game has a high graphic games even though I tried it on the testing beta, but it totally has a sharp visual. Best games on mobile 2024 with FPS gameplay. Once Human. Once Human. Seriously, this game is magnificent and has become one of my most anticipated games on mobile in 2024. The game totally looks like a Resident Evil mobile vibe, so we can play as a single player doing our own adventure to the cursed village. This village is full of the zombies and strange creatures that really match with the dark fantasy theme. The game's visual will take place in the middle of nowhere. We must focus on the storyline and main mission. We will meet some NPC that will give us a gun and try to survive as well. The whole gameplay is full of action, and be ready when you visit some houses because the zombies will be approaching us suddenly. We can use a different types of combat like melee combat with a little knife and long range combat with our guns. The gun is the best choice to deal with the zombie in the distance. Once Human is a game that is made of full voiceover when we have some dialogue. I didn't find a lot of cutscenes on it, which the developer really focused on the player's actions. Best graphic game 2024 action games in dark fantasy theme. Fighting. I don't know exactly the game name is really Fighting or not, because the game is only had once beta testing, and I really love how the games look like. The game has a lot of special movement that we can learn easily by looking at the pause menu. So we don't play with a joystick, but the whole gameplay is we must slide the screen to create a different pattern. The variety of combination pattern will create a different special skill, so we must master it first to make it easier to win the fighting. This new best game is made by the developer from India. No wonder everything is really aesthetic, like the hero's appearance, the hero's armor, weapon, and also the name of the hero is really Indian. Of course, it will give the player a new experience. This game is still on development right now. Our team tried to get the new information, but nothing at the moment. Hopefully it will release on 2024. Best new game high graphic on 2024. Bonus Titanite. Suddenly, this game released the first CBT without anyone noticing. Even though it doesn't have any trailer video, that makes not many people know it and anticipated it. The gameplay of Titanite is a new survival game on mobile that has a futuristic design on the building decoration and the crafting tools we are using on obtaining the resources. In the game, we are able to see the other player's home's base, which the game will be played on multiplayer mode online. The main goal is we must upgrade our crafting level to create a new weapon and kill the aggressive mutant. The mutant will respawn in a specific location only, mostly on abandoned buildings. Best survival games for Android iOS 2024.